Hi guys, it's gonna make a video part 2 of light, as I made part 1 already. It's a bit sunlight out there. Trying to adjust the camera. Right, so light. As you can see, there's quite light outside right now. It's a sunny day. Why am I making these videos on the light? So after working on myself, after speaking to my own coach, my own brother, my own big brother, Surat Kala, my own people, studied this and that, life experiences, and my own self-realization, self-time alone. You only can find out who you are when you spend time by yourself. You're never gonna find out who you are if you're reading books, if you're having a fucking time with someone else. Only when you sit down and listen to yourself and your mind and separate your mind with yourself, you know who you are. That's where journaling comes in. That's where writing down comes in. Now, this video on light, why I'm making these videos like that is because if I look at the world today, I mean, I'm not, like, nobody's nobody. We all equal. We all soul. We all gonna die one day. So it's like nobody is, like nobody have power over nobody. It's like, we all here to do our service. We all here to play our role, and that's it. But anyways, if we see the world today, right, in my opinion, what we can see is there's a lack of light. So what that means is, like, there's a lack of positiveness. There's a lack of people being their true self. Yes, gyms are busy, but then, is everyone trying to be like everyone else, or they're all trying to be the unique self? Because if everyone is doing the bicep, then I don't think everyone is gonna be a Mr. Olympia, right? Just an example. I'm not saying doing bicep is wrong. Same with life. In life, if you have a million doctors, and if they're truly meant to be doctors, you're not gonna have all the million of them in the same way. They may be the heart doctors, but they're gonna have their own unique ways to treat things, to deal with things. But the thing is, what we lack in the world today is we lack this light, belief, feeling good in yourself, trusting yourself, relying on yourself, and believing. It's like the biggest pandemic is trust issues. The biggest loss we're facing in the world today is this light. And what is behind this plan? What system is involved in stealing the light? All of that stuff, I cannot talk about that in here. Obviously, if one of you guys choose to email me and have a session with me, we can talk about that. We can talk about, what is the background story about this plans out there, the powers out there, what they're doing, and how the light is being attacked. But anyways, back to the light. What's the benefit of the light? And then in the end, I'll talk about how can one access their own light. See, the thing is, it's very simple. At the end of the day, we are souls. We're not fucking just the physical form. It's my opinion. I'm just giving my opinion in these videos on my channel. I'm just sending out my opinion. I'm just trying to do my own service. Nobody is obliged to kind of listen to me or follow my advice. If your opinion matches mine, do what you like. But anyways, what I was saying is, if you look at the universe, it's an expression of God. Everything is an expression of God. The God is inside us. We're not God. We're just physical manifestation, behind the soul, and soul trying to live its own journey and path. Now, what happens is, on the physical reality, you've got mind, which is evil. Now, evil, when I say evil, I'm not trying to say evil, I'm just trying to say your mind is not your soul. Your soul is beyond your mind. So what that means is that, for example, you might be thinking, oh, if I walk from here to here, I might have a heart attack. Or if I approach this person and I want to have a partnership with them, whether for dating, for business, whatever, I might get rejected. This is the side. But the problem is, your mind and your true self is two different things. Your mind can make stories all day long, and your mind can get too active. But at the end of the day, your mind, you gotta understand, is just a machine. It's a tool. It runs on patterns. It runs on childhood patterns. It runs on childhood programming. It's just that. And the soul is like the main life force behind everything. It's like an engine of a car. Without the engine, without battery, like for electric cars, without them things, the car is nothing. So, and the fuel, obviously. But the thing is, like, for example, what I was saying is this. You guys need to figure out your light. How can you do that? And what's the benefit of it? Thing is, at the end of the day, you gotta look at things like this. Life is very short, so you're not here forever. Plus, you don't know what's coming. Plus, you don't know. You can't really plan life. You can know where you're going. You can have a little bit planning to kind of have some sort of direction, but you can't control things in a way that you planned and everything gonna go your way. It's not gonna happen. But if you live your light, which means if you look at sun is a source of life to the earth because it gives us the light. Look at moon is a peaceful sign. It's like a family unity, right? Moon changes faces, changes life, changes its circles. That's moon, feminine. That's mysterious, dark and light, and at the same time soothing in the night. So it's like all traits. Now, as a man, you being a sunlight, you being sun, if you are stuck in jobs, if you're stuck in things, if you're stuck in this and that, then obviously your light is gonna be attacked because you're gonna get crushed on. But this is the problem. The same system we feed to grow on us doesn't feed us. So you're gonna look at moving forward the story of people, how they're going off grid, or how a CEO of a company now chose to be a counselor, or how a counselor left everything and went to China's Mount Club. I've got no idea, but all I'm saying is, if you look at the message I'm trying to portray out there, the message is, if you're not gonna be your true self, if you're not gonna live your true self, it doesn't matter what is coming up, what is gonna say. If you cannot do that, you're not living your light. And if you're not living your light, you are never gonna be satisfied with the purpose. And your women, your light, people, your kids, everyone gonna feel that you lack that light as a man, or even as a lady, and it's not gonna leave you in a great place. I've got tons of things to say, but we'll talk about next. Cheers.